to scout ahead and see what's up with the downed balloon, which Aiden was the one who spotted it when you guys first got into Hither. So Roa also flies over to investigate, and that's where she saw the dead body of what seems to be a big frog draped over the basket. And Spitfire also tells you, Shane, that yeah, he saw the dead body of the frog, and also tells you that there seems to be someone trapped inside the tower itself, which Roa also hears. I mean, the voice. Thus, then Roa thus learns that a fairy dragon named Sir Talavar is trapped inside, and he asks for your help, Roa, because he needs to complete a mission. So once Kit joins you, Kit flies inside and sees this tiny fairy dragon. And yeah, again, he asks for help. Then you guys try to figure out how to do it. First, Kit and Roa try to carry because she's carry the body of the frog, but unfortunately, even though the frog or bullywog, sorry, the bullywog was dead, it was still a bit slippery, and you guys were not able to carry it, and instead it tumbled to the briars below. And basically, and fearing that the cage was a bit too big and too heavy for your two winged compatriots to carry, Aiden was able to wiggle his way inside, and after sorry, and after unsuccessfully trying to lockpick the cage, na parang may after habang ginagawa mo or bago mo basta after mo magawa or after mo unsuccessfully magawa yung lockpicking, saka sa'yo sinabi ni Sir Talivar na, yes, sorry, the cage is magical. I don't think you'd be able to lockpick that. So Aidan is the one who thinks of the plan to use gravity to basically yeet Sir Talavar's cage out of the hole that you guys made on the wall, and so gravity basically Aidan, go ahead. Sorry, akala mo nagsalita. So basically Aidan lets the cage swing. He cuts the rope that's holding the cage up. Gravity does its job to yeet the cage out of the slanty tower. Hopefully it lands somewhere safe. You don't know. And you guys try to escape the crumbling tower. And oh, by the way, Aidan is also basically has a rope harness on with Kit and Roa tied to the other sides. Okay, so that is where we left off. So where we left off, the cage swung, the rope is cut. So the momentum was able to yeet the cage out of the tower, um, and the tower has started collapsing. So let's start there. Where is that? Well, para may ano. Yay, not better looking
White
better
screen.
looking, still white.
White.
Okay, come on.
White screen with one dragon token.
God dang it! Where are you? Hello. Why? I prepared this. Why? Oh, it's canon. Dali ah. Come on, man. It's not fair. How's that?
Ayun.
Better. I can see the tower and the dragon.
Okay. Sorry. Background wala. Anyway, okay. That's a better that's a better version of the picture. And there's the dragon. You were able to and okay, before I let you make some rolls, Kit and Droa, you know the plan. Are you doing before I make you make some rolls? Are you doing anything to help, or parang how are you preparing yourselves for the, as Aiden said, dumb way to die plan? Are you guys, nga pala,
Um,
before we, let me ask, are you guys inside the tower or outside? Outside, right? Or,
I outside.
kasi if I remember correctly, um, only Kit was able to squeeze inside and Aiden. But are you outside or are you inside?
I don't think makakapasok ako eh kasi 'di ba I'm flying. So
Okay,
technically
yeah.
hindi kasya yung wing. So,
Okay, so you're outside. Kit, are you also outside? Hello? Hello, hello, Mai. Are you there? Uh-oh.
Nasa call naman siya, pero
Baka hindi siya makapag-ano.
Ianin ko muna. And okay, sige. Roa, how are you preparing or are you doing anything parang to help or steel yourself as the,
Hello, sorry nawala ako. Nawala ako.
okay lang, okay lang.
Ano yun?
Um,
May narinig ba kayo?
we're all
wala,
high.
wala.
Wala.
Hindi,
Wala.
I was just asking kung if you are
Kung
also
nasa loob
flying outside,
or
kung
nasa
nasa
labas
loob
ako.
ka. Oo.
So, hindi ko kasi maalala. Di ba pumasok ako kasama ni Aidan?
Yeah.
Tapos, nung nakatalik kami sa kanya, I'm assuming nasa loob ako? Tapos lumabas? Doon sa
Mm-mm.
butas?
Okay.
Yan.
So yan. So ini-establish ka lang kung nasaan kayo. Tapos yun nga, if you and Roa are doing anything to prepare yourselves or help as yun nga, as the tower is collapsing, and yun nga, parang nasa harness si Eden sa gitna nyo. Parang habang nasa loob siya. Are you doing
Uh,
anything?
no, he is completely unprepared. Because this
Okay.
plan is stupid and dangerous.
I have nothing. Ang pinaka-preparation ko na is telling Shane to get ready with this healing spells.
on
Diyos ko,
that,
Lord.
sa side
Keep prepared to die.
from where Shane is standing, yung window ba is facing Shane or nasa kabilang side siya ng tower, facing away?
You're facing the tower. So itong hole, kumbaga is facing kumbaga facing to the right. So,
To the side, okay.
to the side, sorry nga, to the side, to your right, kumbaga.
Okay, so then like Shane will try to like follow kung saan siya maglalaan to provide.
Okay, sige.
Ready,
Woohoo!
ready.
Okay. So, Shane on the ground, you suddenly you're already seeing the tower sort of shake and crumble a bit. Then you suddenly see uh, um a shape, or what looks to be a cage that's wrapped in a bedroll yeet itself out of the window, and you hear a muffled voice go, "Ah!" And you see it sail, let's say mga good, let me roll something. I miss my physical dice, so I will roll. Come on. you see it sail a good you see it sail a good bit, and you see it by your rough calculation, since you are a knowledge cleric, you see that it lands maybe sort of 50 to 60 feet away. So that's what you see. And now you see the tower collapse. Eden, yes,
Okay.
you hello?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, akala ko nag-beep out ako. You now know, you definitely know that the tower is collapsing because it is falling all around your ears. Um, and you feel that the beam that you're on is starting to crack. So yeah, I'm going to say, please give me what are you doing first?
I sent it to you sa Facebook.
Wait, I
Messenger.
have not seen it. I am okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Holy
Kiefer,
smokes. Sandali, ah.
can you bring me my dice,
You
please?
sure you want to do that? Okay.
Pretty much,
Okay.
I think.
You
The
think?
dice. The dice bag.
Ooh, okay.
The bag of
Okay,
dice.
sige. Okay, so there's that. That happens. Yun nga,
It's a
the
bag
tower
of
is
dice.
collapsing all around you, and you feel that
Isn't that
and
there?
you do feel that the beam that you are on is starting to crack and starting to give way. What are you doing?
Uh, I'm just watching where the cage is swinging. Just waiting for the right time that it's. I think there's enough momentum that it. If I cut the rope, it will like hurl us out of the tower.
Wait, what? You are ano? You are waiting
Uh,
for the
yung nag-wait ako ng tamang timing to cut the rope.
Mr. Talavar, or
Ay, ako.
you've already cut the rope to Sir
Oh,
Talavar. Nag-ano na siya,
okay.
nag-sail away na siya. It
Pero
was
hindi ba siya
Sail
successful
away
naman.
na.
nakasalpat
Nag-sail
siya
away
Okay.
na siya.
sa cage?
Oh, and yeah, papunta na raw si Aidan dun sa page.
Okay. So, I will try my best to also to grab hold of the cage so that I
I
don't get
see.
thrown off.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, sige. Make me. Oh, wow. This is, hindi naman to saves eh. So make me a dexterity check so make me a dexterity check to see if you will be able to grab hold of the cage as soon as you cut the rope. Unless you're, yeah, unless na nakahawak ka sa cage habang siniswing mo.
Or you're standing on it, parang like a pendulum.
I'm basically standing on top of the cage, diba? Parang holding dun sa rope and I cut it loose.
Okay, sige,
Find it,
sige.
no?
Okay. So Aidan, Shane, hindi mo pa pala nakikita yung rope, yung cage
Okay.
na swinging out, kasi that was yung pala yung plan ni Aidan. Sorry, I wasn't able to ask first. Okay, so nakahawak ka na doon. So nakahawak ka na doon sa, you were standing on the
What's the rest of it? Is it in the bag
cage.
somewhere?
Okay. And are you swinging it with your feet? Parang ganon?
I need it on the side.
Oh, parang ganun, parang nasa ibabaw ka tapos parang you're using yung
I want it on the side.
para ka nasa swing mo yung cage.
Okay, I get it.
And
Parang
I
Indiana
plan to
Jones,
parang parang balak ko is to escape with the cage because I think the tower will collapse. So I won't have time if I stay behind and let the cage fly on itself.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Okay, sige. First, can you make me a strength check, just to see how much momentum you will be able to get. So
Really?
you
Strength?
ah,
Okay.
it is a strength, diba? Parang how much momentum you'll be able to build up for the cage.
First roll of the night.
For the night.
Mas
Okay.
be nice.
Oh,
Oy!
-2.
Wow!
Good job.
I mean,
There can be miracles when you believe.
okay.
Uh,
Ah, you are able to you are able to get enough momentum to for so that the cage swings pa halos nagsa-sideways ka na dun sa taas. So you were able to
mhm.
get a lot of strength, a lot of momentum built up, so that when you slash the rope, parang the cage just sails out of the hole that you made, which was big enough. Congratulations. That the cage and you basically sail through. Are you hanging? How are you holding on to the cage? By muscles
Yung natirang part ng rope,
ng
I
rope,
would
okay,
just
by your hand. Okay.
yeah.
Make ika na yun. Make me a deck save. Kasi you are able to the cage was able to clear the opening. Pero ikaw medyo yung tumaas ka ng onte. So
Uy.
you see that medyo may tatamaan
Can you
kang
show it
part
like
ng may
downstairs na
tatamaan kang part
plastic?
ng edge ng hole. So
Okay.
make me a deck save, parang if you can twist out of the way just in time.
Dexterity save. If
Wow!
you believe, you believe.
Wow! Okay.
You're a strong.
Maybe it's you may be a blacksmith, but in Baldur's Gate, yeah, you're able to also work with stone. So maybe, I don't know, maybe na-calculate mo precisely yung weight ng cage, tapos yung weight mo rin, and yung, I don't know what math you were able to do, but you were able to, I guess you were able to, parang matrix na, basta you were able to bend yourself or something that hindi mo natamaan yung edge ng hole.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
suddenly, Kit and Roa, you basically see the cage sail out, and to your surprise, you also see Aidan trailing behind it. And Shane, and Shane Sababa also sees this. I don't know what will be his reaction. Let's see when he gets back. And yun nga, yeah. And wait. Oh, okay. So yeah, Kit and Roa, you see the cage eating itself with Aidan trailing, just hanging onto it by a rope. What do you do?
Uh, we Kit braces for yung pag eventually mahihila siya ng rope
Okay. And
along with with Aidan kasi nakatali siya sa amin.
nakatali kayong dalawa, ni Roa kay Aidan. Roa, what are you doing?
Roa just screams, "Let go!"
Aidan, what are you doing? You hear Roa scream to you, let go of the rope.
I cut the last piece of nung harness nila sa akin.
What? No!
You cut it yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
If it
sige.
doesn't get cut it by itself, I'll cut it
Okay.
loose.
Kit
No,
did not
I'm
expect that.
as you said, you before you launch before you launch before you launch the cage, you weaken the rope that connects you to Kit and Aidan, to Kit and Roa, so that para the slightest tug on it will just give way. So
Yep.
when the
Hindi ko narinig
so
siguro yun. Sorry.
secret. So Kit and Roa, when you feel the rope starting to taut between you two and Aidan, you feel that the rope suddenly goes slack, and you see that there are two trails of frayed rope basically sailing away with Aidan.
If he survives, I'm gonna kill him. Can I just
Oh,
Shoot
fly
himself.
forward can I fly to wherever Aidan is ano, dropping and just screaming while
Kit
flying
stands
there?
up in the air.
okay. Okay, and as
What?
Kit, are you also flying towards where um
Or what? Like follow
lilipad?
after Aiden?
Oo.
Well, he's flying away from the tower debris
Mhm.
after kung ano man yung mga kung ano man lumilipad-lipad dyan. So, maybe
Okay.
somewhere
Um
safe.
yeah, okay. Yeah, pero as Roa and Kit are flying away from the tower, you could or hear or see if you choose to look back that the tower is collapsing to the opposite side of you guys. So hindi naman kayo tatamaan,
Okay.
kumbaga. But you could hear the tower, like you could definitely hear the roar of the tower collapsing. And Shane, as you're looking at the ground, you are seeing the tower collapse, and you could see that there is quite a big cage yeeting itself from the tower, and you could also see Aidan trailing behind the cage, and it looks like he's holding on to holding on to a bit of rope that's still attached to the cage. So kasama si Aidan, wee, blonk. And yeah, I'm going to say that both of Aiden has created enough force that the both of them are yeeted at least 50 feet from the tower. And you can also
Yeah.
see Roa and Kit flying after them. So are you also going to go?
Yeah, he's going to see, like, is there a way that he's going to see if he can, like, try to catch them, if possible.
The cage?
Cage?
Ah, si Aidan, syempre. Hindi mo alam kung sino mas
Mahahabol ko ba siya? Like, if I fly double speed, can I catch up with him? So I can kill him?
You can kill him first before they land.
Yeah?
If they land, oh my god, I hate math. Sige, fine. I'm going to say your speed is what is your you have what's your flying speed?
30, I think. Same lang.
30. Okay. Sige, I'm going to say na maaabutan mo siya. Pero you have like sandali ah.
Okay.
I'm going to say maabutan mo siya but you have like 10 seconds 10 to 15 seconds to do something while naabutan mo si Aidan. What will
Tatry
you
ko,
do?
try ko na yung like, pabagalin yung paglipad niya by catching him in the air. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
manual na feather fall.
Whew.
So parang
Okay,
sumalo
sige.
ng bola at a
So,
high velocity.
so basically, sasaluhin mo si Aidan.
Roa, don't bother. He wants to kill himself. Let him.
Okay, so...
I'm doing this. I've known this guy for like a day.
Okay, I'm not going. Well, you have a flying speed of 30. Naabot mo naman siya. I guess this will make me make me a strength save because Aidan is not Aidan is not light. Aidan is not light. And you are basically parang well you are sort of flying down but yun nga Aidan is not light. So make this is wait before you type. So let's say the DC is make me a
Okay.
DC 13 strength save.
Papa, pangalan mo ba sa, ano?
Oh crud.
Me?
I'm not sure. Si ano oops, na disconnect si okay. Woohoo. Okay. Roa, you are able to kumbaga catch Aidan while you guys are flying, but you did not expect how heavy he is. So you also lose your balance and you basically both of you tumble down to the tumble down to the tumble down to the ground. And
Can I try to twist right before we hit the ground so that I get like it hits me first?
why are we turning all shonen anime here? Sandali. Make make me a dex check to see if you can do that.
Okay.
Ah.
No.
Oh, good lord.
Bro was too heavy.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay, so unfortunately you were unable to kumbaga maneuver your body towards so that you hit the ground first and you could try to soften Roa's landing, but unfortunately you're not able to do that. And you guys, both of you see the marshy water rush up at you, and you got you both the two of you and the cage splash onto the murky waters, and
Meron bang spears and swords pointing up?
no spears and swords on that part of the water, fortunately. I need to roll something because
Instant impaled.
wow.
Meron naman kami extra character detail, di ba? Gamitin na lang namin.
Ay wow, nag-roll up na pala kayo ng extra characters. Amazing.
Ay, sa ano, di ba sa one shot natin, meron kami extra character.
Walang ya. Wow, okay. You land fortunately you don't land onto solid ground, but you land onto water. But you still take damage. Please take wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take 7 damage.
Still
That's
alive.
blood. Is that bludgeoning? Sort of bludgeoning. Half bludgeoning kasi it's water, not necessarily land. So you guys take 7 bludgeoning damage as you fall into the murky water. You also, and as you guys stand up, you also see Sir Talivar's cage wrapped in a bedroll. He also lands on the murky water, and you see that it's slowly but surely
Gano'n ba
sinking.
kalalim yung
Is it
water?
drowning?
Like, is it like, mataas ba?
It's still ano yun?
Laki naman yung cage niya,
Waist
di ba?
deep nyo. Waist deep nyo.
Okay, so kailangan namin itayo upright yung cage.
Yes.
Wala yung token namin.
Gano'n katangkad nga yung
Wala pa
cage?
naman.
Hmm?
Gano'n katangkad nga uli yung cage?
Yung cage is as katangkad mo.
Oh, me.
Yes,
Lubog
kasing
yun.
tangkad.
Parang
Kaya,
parang
siya.
less deep pero pag nakatagilid yung cage, I guess lulubog siya.
yes. Oo, lulubog siya. Kumbaga, kung nakatayo yung cage, kasing tangkad yung cage mismo ni Kit. So, kung
How-
Katawan.
pero kahit na nakatayo yung cage, kumbaga yung upper 3/4 lang niya yung nakaangat sa tubig.
This may
So,
Ulo
nakaangat.
lang ni Kit yung kasing tangat. Neck up.
Parang chest to neck, kumbaga sa lalim ngayon ng tubig, chest to neck up mo lang. Chest up mo lang yung nakiklear ng tubig, kumbaga. So, you could hear
How-
Si Sir Talavar inside, parang, excuse me, I don't think I could swim in this circumstances, so...
Nakabalubog.
How far are we from the cage?
Let me... You guys are just like 10 feet away from the cage, so...
Can I like stand up, like check quickly on Roa if she's okay?
Okay, yeah, you can do.
And
Roa.
can I Roa, you okay?
Yeah, I'll kill you later. Go on, do what you need to do.
Can I run towards the cage and is there a way for me to like use my body as like to try and support the cage, even just for like to try and prevent it from sinking any further? Can I prop my body against the cage to prevent it from further sinking?
You could see that around 10 feet away from you guys, there is a patch of land na dry. So you could try sort of maneuvering the cage with your parang you could try to roll the cage on its
Okay.
base so that you could
Okay, so
hoist the cage up dun sa kumbaga dry land.
I will do that.
Okay. No need to roll for strength because the water is sort of making it a bit more easier for you to roll
Okay.
the cage. So yeah, you're able to do that despite you being damaged by the fall.
Yeah,
And
I'm like,
Kit, you fly over to where Aidan is, and Shane, you're also running over to where they are, right?
Towards Aidan kasi pinabayaan niya si Noah.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's Shane, that's what you see. You see that once na naabutan mo sila, you see Aidan is sort of hoisting the cage into some part of dry land in the middle of the marsh. You see that he's a bit beaten up. He's very wet and medyo has bruises and sores everywhere.
I'm bloodied. Like
And you're bloody. You also see Roa sort of, I don't know,
I'm just
floundering in the marsh.
And then I'm just calling out Kit's name. Kit, I have a boo-boo. Help me. Tas Kit, where are you? Pero nakapikit siya. So parang nag-ano lang na siya, nag-overly dramatic ingay lang siya doon, looking for her friend.
Ayun, Kit. Yun yung naabutan mo. Once you get to that.
Shane will help Roa up from the muck. Like, reach with his hands to try to pull her up into the dry land.
Okay, yeah. So Shane, go to Roa first, and you offer your help, your hands, so that you could,
Do you take his hands?
I take Shane's hand and try to pull him in the muck with me. Like, if I'm getting dirty, everyone's getting dirty. Parang ganon.
Shane, make me a strength save.
Okay, sige, okay.
Naku, lalabanan ni Rowan yung pinakamalakas sa party.
Hindi, sige. Roa, make me a strength check. And Yeah, contested roll.
What does it say?
Consider the wrong.
Contested roll. Make me a strength contested roll.
Check ako.
Ay,
Oh,
ay, mali.
check ka.
Mali.
Wow.
Strength check lang pala.
That's an equal.
So
Cancelled out.
Cancelled. It's,
no change in status.
no, but no change in state. Parang, Shane, you're trying to haul Roa out of the muck. Roa, you're trying to haul Shane into the muck. And parang, cancel out lang yung actions nyo. What are you guys doing?
So like Shane, when Ro takes his hands, no?
Yeah.
Like you notice when you start pulling, Shane was like saying something. Tapos parang
Mhm.
he stopped mid-sentence when you try to pull him and he's like, oh, what's happening? And then he finishes the sentence he's saying, and then you regain
Aww.
9 hit points. He was casting cure wounds with the while
Okay.
while pulling you up.
Roa, you're fully healed of your injuries.
Oh, I can kiss you. Okay, she allows herself to be pulled up.
Pero do you say that out loud?
Sure, why not?
I allow myself to be pulled up.
No,
See,
what
I
is
could
that?
kiss you.
Ayong I could
Seeing
kiss
that-
you. Ah, okay, sige, sige, sige.
seeing that you're kind of covered in mud, he like kind of flinches.
When I see that, parang mas mas parang sasadyain ko pa na, come here, my
He-
savior.
he runs,
In
he
all my
runs.
glory. Come on, let me give you a hug.
Yeah, he doesn't he's never liked the muck ever since.
So I'm just gonna chase him around. Like,
Okay.
come here.
Tapos on his while trying to escape, parang he tries to alam mo yung pag naghahabulan, he tries to kind of pivot around the form of si Aidan,
Ah, okay.
grabbing him and also casting cure wounds.
Aww.
parang rushes
Yes, yes.
the incantation kasi nahabol siya eh.
Oh.
Okay, so Aiden, as you parang plop yourself on that dry patch of ground, you see Shane parang struggling with Roa, and you do see him healing her. And the moment that Roa realizes that she's healed, she flings her hands out and tries to hug Shane, which Shane parang reacts by running away, running towards you. And basically habang umiikot pa sa paligid mo si Shane sa si Roa. Shane heals you for 8, you're fully healed. And
Hindi
this
pa.
Ay, hindi pa ba?
Oh, may bawas ako na 3 doon sa ano eh.
Ayaw nga pala
Sa
yung
thorns.
sa spikes.
May
Sa
mga
thorns.
galos pa ako. So
Okay,
I say thank you to Shane. Sabi, hey, thank you. And I like quickly shout dun sa sa aming friend like, hey bud, are you still alive in there?
You hear yes, I am. And you hear a pause. I am still here and fully formed. Thank you. What happened? I cannot see. Why is it dark? I see only a bit of light from the top.
Well, everything went according to plan. No need to worry.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, thank you, my saviors. And could you? And you hear him sort of pause. And could you at least please remove this bedding so I could see the face of my hero?
I'll just say, Kit, can you?
Pagod na lahat.
Wala bang armors na nag-animate while we were in this space?
Wala.
Layo tayo.
Layo
Kit-
natin.
So, Kit, while you're flying towards them, you see all of this happen. It looks like they're safe.
Yeah, he's gonna ignore all the ruckus straight to Sir Talavan because he has vested interest in his rescue. So
Ah, sure.
yeah, he
Oh,
will remove the bedding,
yeah, it
bedroll.
is. Yeah, you remove the bedding.
While
Lies
she's
face down.
trying to remove the bedding, Roa finds him as the new target. So she goes after him instead. And then she tries to hug them. Kit, I almost died, Kit. And then she just rubs her more body on him.
Be careful, baka masiko ka ni Kit dong. Get away from me, you crazy,
Kit.
crazy suicidal um creature.
Creature. I thought we were friends. Ay, yun. So habang ginagawa yun ni Kit, habang
No,
tinatanggal niya yung
worse.
nakakapit lang si Roa niya.
Okay. So basically, yung the scene that greets Sir Talavar as
Is it in the bedroom?
natanggal na yung bedroll around his cage is um
Oh, it's 8:44. You should get ready for bed now. Did you brush your
basically
hair?
an angel who's trying to hug a fairy and who's rubbing her dirty face against the fairy.
I'll be
Um
there in
uh
10 minutes to give you a
what,
catchy
what
song. Be
looks to be
ready.
a humanoid lying face down on the ground, and another humanoid in armor. Tama, in armor si ano, 'di ba? In armor si Shane. Um
No. Si Shane ba o si Aidan?
si Shane.
Si Shane is robes. Priest, acolyte
Ah,
robes.
robes. Okay, sige. And another humanoid in robes, they just sitting beside the figure that flies face down to the ground, and he sort of blinks and sort of says, thank you, my saviors. And Sir Talavar looks at Aidan and says, sir, do you feel okay? Are you hurt? Or dot dot dot.
Nothing good night's rest won't fix.
Yes, I did. I too, I too appreciate a good night's sleep after this. And whoever is looking, Sir Talavar sort of slumps in back into his cage and says, "Hmm, goodness me, this was quite nerve wracking, but very enjoyable. This, and you hear him laugh. This sort of reminds me of that time when I was almost trapped by another big dragon in defense of the summer court. I remember, but I was able to escape that, and I was able to return to my queen Titania triumphantly. Ah, you see him sigh deeply. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember striding into court to face our queen and king in all my glory, albeit muddy and bloodied, and you guys hear him, and basically he drones on telling the story of how he defeated a dragon that was encroaching the lands of Fairy, and specifically the lands of the Summer Court, but with the help of several mercenaries and several armies of the Fae, especially of the Summer Court. They were able to hold back the dragon incursion, and he's now telling the story of how are now they presented themselves to the court of the Summer Queen, which is, he said, that Titania. And as Sir Talivar is recounting this tale aloud to all four of you, something strange starts to happen around you. You see that the air around all of you, the group, starts to shimmer. And as the air is shimmering, it's like the air around you is starting to shimmer and some starting to turn into some sort of vapor. And as it progresses, you see that the shimmering airs, the shimmering vapor around you is starting to transform your surroundings. You see it, you see it parang at the edge of your vision. It's starting to spread, and as it spreads, it's sort of biyagan. It's sort of slowly but well not well yeah, slowly but steadily change the landscape around you specifically. And you see that the green gray bug around you starts to transform into something light and airy and what seems to be a place that's full of sunlight. And you suddenly hear the chirping of birds and you suddenly hear the noise of a lot of people around you. And as you're trying to and as you're trying to and as this transformation
You're done?
is happening around you, you continue to hear Sir Talavar's
Turn on
voice
the
in the
lights.
background. And by that time he's saying, ah yes, as we were returning to the court,
Go.
unfortunately, I didn't have time to clean myself, so to my shame, I presented myself to my queen and king in tatters and mud and blood stains. But fortunately, I was not the only one that way. The mercenaries next to me were also not in the best, and not in the best of forms, but I re- we I guess we were summoned by the queen, and to her presence we shall go. And now that and after he says that, the transformation around you suddenly is complete, and you see yourselves. It's a bit strange, but you could all see that you are from the point of view of a person, and that all around you you seem to be in an outside courtyard. I'm sorry, you seem to be in an outside courtyard. um the courtyard seems to be in the middle of a forest, and there are a lot of towering trees around you, and the sunlight is filtered through a lot of leaves. The leaves are at the height of their greenery. You could hear the passage of the wind through the trees. You could hear the voices of a lot of excited voices all around you. And from that POV, this is what you could see. Right in front of you guys, um you could see in a clearing there is a raised dais, and you could see two thrones in front of you. On the on your right, you could see that there is a tall and lean humanoid with what seems to be elf ears, and with tall and lean. He has a black eyes. His hair is in several braids, but is tied back. The his hair with braids also has several branches threaded through, and his skin is like oak. It's like wood. So you could see that parang yung skin niya is like the bark of a tree, and is also a bit dark. And you could see that he has a cloak of green composed of green leaves, and he's seated to the left. And standing before the throne, you could see a very beautiful and tall Eladrin woman with honey-colored skin, and her long flowing hair has the well is where her long flowing hair has the colors of, how to describe? He has the colors of spring and autumn into them. So it's sort of gold and green and golden green and yellow, which sort of shimmers in a way, but you sort of blink just to, and you see her hair sort of shifts whenever you look at it. And you could also see that her eyes are glowing as bright as the sun. And you could see that she has a crown on her head. And she is standing in front of the throne. And from your POV, you you see the Eladrin that's standing, and you hear her say, I can't do the voice, but basically she thanks you, defenders of the Summer Court, in making sure that the peace and safety of those here in this court has been maintained, and of course that you will be generously rewarded. And you hear the clapping of everyone around you, and you could see that, and your POV sort of your POV sort of parang turns around to look at everyone appreciatively. Parang, thank you, thank you, thank you. And ganon.
Can we,
So when,
like,
go ahead.
if I like look down at the self of the point of view, what do we see?
Um, Unfortunately, you are unable to parang independently control where you are looking.
Okay, so parang cutscene.
O parang cutscene, o yun. You're looking at the cutscene basically.
Okay.
Unfortunately, hindi kayo maka-independent ano. Yun. Oh, wait, sorry. Okay. And as your POV is looking around, you see the other members of the court of the people there. They are basically fairies. You could see unicorns and pegasi. You could see a centaur or two around you. And basically, you could see dryads, nymphs, elementals, sprites, sylphs. And you could also see treants and tree people all around. So, and parang and the back and the in the background um you could hear Sir Talavar parang droning on, as in tuloy-tuloy lang yung pag tell niya ng story, yung pag-recount niya, and he's saying, when I looked around me, I could see the Lord of the Unicorns and the Pegasi, um Lord Lord each thing, the heck is the spelling? I could see the Lord of the Pegasi and Unicorns, Lord each finger was there. I could also see Lord Scarret and the Lord of the Trees and the Treants. He doesn't show himself quite often, but he was there. He was there, thanking us as well. And he continues to drone on and on about the ceremony. And you could see from your POV, you could see the POV, yung kumbaga kayo, since you're on the POV, you see yourselves kneel down. I mean, medyo maliit na nga kayo, di ba? So you see yourselves sort of kneel down, and you could see the queen from what Sir Talavar is talking about. This seems to be the queen of the summer court, which is Titania, and the king, and who is in sa mga sa doon sa narration kumbaga ni Sir Talavar Black. This seems to be the king, Oberon, the Green Lord. Um, they both stepped down from the days, and they move towards you guys. But first, both of them moves towards those that are kneeling to the left, kumbaga, of Sir Talavar. So of course, your Sir Talavar swings his head to look at them, to look at the people he fought with during this dragon in almost dragon incursion. And you could hear Sir Talavar kumbaga narrating the whole thing. Oh, first my queen and king went to these the mercenaries that they have hired to protect the realm, although I'm not sure if we needed mercenaries, but they fought admirably and bravely, especially their leader. I believe her name was Isolde or something. And he continues to drag on. Let me just, and here is what you see. Why is her picture like that? Ah, ah. Sorry. Layer. Broken layer. What?
Lightsaber.
Bakit ganito? Sorry, do you see the picture?
Wala.
Of course.
Kanina.
Now,
Ayan. Yes.
okay. Sorry, ang weird ng picture. But you do see kneeling in front of the queen and king is a dark-skinned Eladrin woman as well. And yes, she's dressed like that, and she is in you don't see the sword right now, pero she does have a sword like that. And yeah, and she is currently kneeling to receive the blessings of the queen. Beside her, what looks to be her companions who also look very battle worn, kumbaga. And I would like all of you to roll perception by this point. Happening. Nasa kasi siya. Mm. Okay. Okay. Zero. Okay. Aiden, when you look at the companions of this Isolde. Let me just. When you look at the companions of this Isolde, one of those companions seems a bit familiar to you. Shane.
And I
Shane,
know,
you look at one of. Sorry. Go ahead.
may itsura ba siya? Like, or hindi ko ano kung ano itsura niya, but kind of feels familiar.
Yes. Parang when you see one of the women's, you see that it's a woman. Looks to be one of the companions. Yeah, who seems to be wearing ranger like clothing because of the bow and arrow behind her, and you know the cape and the typical quote unquote ranger clothing. When you look at her face, something pings at you. Shane, when you see this woman's face, this she also looks very familiar. Actually, she looks like someone you know.
Do I rec- do I realize whom this person looks like?
To answer that question, Kit, when you see this woman, she looks exactly like you.
What?
There is this woman that is beside Isolde. Also, but she looks to be she's looking to be like a ranger. She has a big longbow behind her, wearing a green cloak, a bit battle stained as well, and she's also looking down respectfully, receiving the blessing of the queen. She looks, kumbaga, if you project yourself 10, 20 years from now, this is what you will look like.
Omo, mami.
And you do, and di ba yung sa Filipino yung, hindi ko alam kung may term tayo, pero hindi ko alam kung may English equivalent yung term. Pero yung term na lukso ng dugo,
Ah,
you feel that when you see this woman's face.
oh, okay.
So, God bumps.
Totoo.
I, I will read. I will. Lukso ng dugo.
Visit.
Blood jumps. Okay.
Blood skip.
Blood skip. Okay. Just may Filipino translate, may English translation ba yung term na lukso ng dugo?
Walang direkta. I don't think
Walang
so.
direct. Okay. Wait, roll a perception check.
Who?
You.
Me? Perception.
Yeah.
Perception. Wait lang. Perception. Okay, I have Jack of all trades. So plus
Ah,
plus 2? Plus 2.
plus
18.
2. Okay, okay. Ba't di naka-ano? You
Hindi ko
look,
na-
okay lang. Okay. You look, yun nga, sorry, I was saying kanina that, Sir Talavar was looking at the lady at Isolde's side. Looks to be a ranger. And this woman looks exactly like Kit, only older.
Okay.
Yun. So, so the queen gives her blessing to Isolde and her group, saying na, Isolde, you and your mercenaries were worth every gold piece that we have given you, and you have more than earned your keep. I hope that you would continue to defend this realm to the best of your ability. And you hear Isolde say, Of course, your majesty. And the both of them, the queen and king, now move to Sir Talavar, and now you're looking directly at the queen. She is very, very beautiful. But her beauty is a bit scary because it's very sharp. I don't, parang ganon. But you are dazzled by her beauty, and you hear the queen talk to you slash Sir Talavar and say, Sir Talavar, the bravest of the knights of the summer court. I knew that I could count on you, but I hope that you are prepared for another mission as soon as you are rested up, because it is a mission of great importance. I hope that I could still count on you to deliver a message to an ally of ours. And you hear yourself slash Sir Talavar say, Of course, Your Majesty, I shall only need a moment of rest to clean myself up, and I will gladly do the task that is appointed of me. And the queen says, Excellent, excellent. I will give you the details of your mission later, after our celebrations, of course, because of course you must celebrate your victory and the safety of our realm. And you hear everyone clap. Woo, woo, woo. You hear everyone clap and cheer as you basically Sir Talavar and the others are celebrated. Jump cut. Jump cut. The scene suddenly jumps to Sir Talavar flying, and you can hear Sir Talavar in the background says, and that mission that Her Majesty gave me was basically to go to Prismeer and sorry, wait, oh my goodness, I am missing a name. Hold up. Ah, So basically, the mission that so basically the mission that um Titania gave Sir Talavar was to go to Prismeer and talk to the Queen of Prismeer, which is hold up.
Sibyl
Hold,
na.
Yun, thank you for reminding me. Talk to the ruler of Prismeer, which is Sibylna, and to ask for her help in defeating the parang forever enemies of the Fae. And you see the POV of Sir Talavar as he flies over hither, actually, and you could hear at the background Sir Talavar say, I was surprised when I was flying through the portal and I expected to see the beautiful forests and the flower fields of Prismeer, but I find this. We were not aware of something happening to Prismeer, so I try to investigate. And you see him landing in some sort of settlement, and wait, let me just double check something. Okay, continue the story. You see him landing in some sort of settlement where, and you can, there are several huts around, and you can see that there's a sort of gazebo in the distance. You could also see somewhere to his left there's a balloon, a sort of hot air, quote unquote, hot air balloon that's near to him. There's a gazebo to the distance, and several huts to the far side to the right. Several huts to another. Is the gazebo what? Is the gazebo aggressive? Haha.
Roll initiative.
so so you could see him landing in some sort of high platform, and you could see him calling out, "Hello!" Fire a crossbow. Seriously, you fire a crossbow bolt?
Can we? Di ba nas parang cutscene pa din kami?
Oh, nasa cutscene pa rin kayo.
Okay.
Wala kami
Ako
magagawa.
let's see.
If you fire a crossbow bolt, you see that. Pero seriously, Aiden, you're going to fire a crossbow bolt?
No.
Okay. Para kayong base na nanonood ng sine.
So can we
Na parang,
can we pero we're seeing this amongst the mist or like
yeah, you're seeing this among the mist, na parang, para kayong, ano ba yung sa ano? Para kayo nasa immersive room experience. Na, yung the POV is projected to your surroundings.
Mm.
So you could yun nga, kasi yung POV ni Sir Talavar basically.
pero we can still see each other
Yeah, you
in
could
the
still see
space.
each other.
Okay.
Oh, and you could see and you could hear Sir Talavar behind you. He is still in his cage. Pero he is sort of lost in his parang lost siya sa kwento niya. Na he's you're not sure if he's aware that this is happening around you, or he's just babbling about, and he's lost in his memories. But he is continuing to recall what happened to him. So he lands on this sort of raised platform, and you hear him call out, "Hello! Can anyone help me? I am Sir Talavar of the Summer Court. I have no idea what happened here. Can anyone help me?" And from his point of view, you could see that there are several bullywugs, basically frog people that climb up to the platform and greet him and say, a visitor, a visitor, welcome, welcome to the kingdom of downfall. And you hear Sir Talavar say, yes, is this not Prismir? Where is Her Majesty Zybilna? And the Talavars, the Bullywugs tell him, shh, please, not so loud. I think you are in the kingdom of downfall. We don't know this. Um, but we don't know this. Zybilna, where you're talking about? No, 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 no. I think it is better for you to go to our king. Please, 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 please go to our king. And the you see that these bullywugs, you can see free bullywugs, some usher him down the raised platform, and you see them take a boat. And from the POV of Talavar, you can see that they are rowing. The bullywugs are rowing towards this gazebo in the distance. As they are rowing towards the gazebo in the distance, you could you could hear sorry, you could hear from your left side a lot of chatter. It's very noisy from your left, and as Sir Talavar looks towards it, you could see that there are a lot of pikes that are jutting up from the water, and on top of each pike there is a severed bullywug head. And the bullywug and although the bullywug heads are decapitated, the heads are still talking. And all of them, and you could see that at least there are at least more than 10 decapitated heads on spikes, and they are all talking at the same time. You But you see or you feel Sir Talavar shiver. Ugh, and look towards and ask the bullywugs, what? Goodness gracious, what are those? And you hear one of the bullywugs say, they are the heads of our past kings. But please do not worry about them. They are dead. They are just really, really talkative. They don't have anything else to do. And then they continue to row towards the gazebo. And um as the bullywugs and Sir Talavar disembark from the boat, you could see that inside the gazebo, you could see several other bullywugs that are you can see that several other bullywugs are there. And there's actually uh, a small throne there as well. No, not small. That's the size of bullywugs. Yeah, they're basically almost the size of Kit. So they're not small. Well, they are sort of small. So yeah, there are a gathering of bullywugs there, and there is one bullywug with a small crown and seated on a throne, and one bullywug basically you hear a voice saying that you are in the presence of His Royal Majesty Gulop the 19th. Bow down in obeisance. And you see the all of the bullywugs bow down except Sir Talavar, who sort of looks around and looks at the king and says, uh sorry, I apologize, Your Majesty. And he bows down. And as he's bowed down, he hears this king Gulop the 19th say, "Welcome, stranger. State your name and your mission in Downfall." And so again, Sir Talavar stands up again and faces this bullywug king who you see does have a small crown on his bullywug head. He is seated on a throne, and he has this book on his lap. And he says, and Sir Talibar says, "Ah, yes, I apologize, Your Majesty. I was on a mission to Prismere to meet the queen of this realm, Zybilna, and you see him look around again. And I'm sorry, I was expecting to see the castle of Heart's Desire. But I could not see it right away, and I only saw this place. So please, could you guide me to where the queen is, if you can? It is my mission of is of utmost importance." And you see the king sigh and shake his head. Ah, my apologies, but we do not recognize Zybilna in this place, and unfortunately, we must uh capture you. And you suddenly hear, or rather feel, that there are several bodies hurled towards the back of you, and suddenly the POV parang drops down, and you feel Sir Talavar struggle, and and you hear him scream, "What? Unhand me, you villain! What are you doing?" And you feel him thrash about, and you suddenly see nothing more, because there's suddenly a something obscures his sight, and something obscures his sight, and something goes over his mouth to prevent him from speaking. And you also feel that something is tied. They basically feel that his feet and his hands are tied. And the weird thing is, even though you are just even though tinitingnan nyo lang, di ba, parang you're just looking at the cutscene basically. Even though you're just observing it, you could suddenly feel that you could suddenly feel that you could suddenly feel that something is sort of obstructing your mouth, making it hard for you to breathe. And you also parang ghost of a feeling that your eyes have been covered, your mouth have been covered, and your hands and feet are bound. It's not happening. You could see your hands and your feet are unbound, pero you could feel it, parang yung ghost of a feeling. And again, behind you, you could hear Sir Talavar continue to narrate, saying, I was I was tied. I did not know what to do. I tried to struggle, but they overpowered me right away. It was a shameful display. I could not believe that they had the jump on me. And and after that, Sir Talavar said that they transported him to a place that he did not see, and it felt that he was blindfolded for hours, even days. But suddenly he was taken from where he was stored, and sorry and when his blindfold was taken away from him, this is what he saw. When his blindfold was taken away from him, he saw that he was in this dark room, and the first thing that he heard was water. And when he blinked a couple of times, he saw that he was in a very dark room with what seemed to be a pool of murky water in front of him. And in that pool was this strange creature. Okay. Please let me know if you could see it.
What? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So
Scary.
so floating in this in the middle of this, which it looks to be that they were inside something, but there was, even though that he was inside, there was a pool in the middle, and that this this creature was in the middle and was facing him. As you can see, she looks like a cross between an old woman and a toad. Her skin was very damp and very shiny, and you see that there she is holding what looks to be a staff with several shards of mirrors dangling from it, and are all around her on what's she's seated on a big lily pad, and all seated on the lily pad and on her shoulders. It looks to be like mini versions of her with the same big bulging eyes, and they are all also looking at you. And you could also see that this creature um
Dus- on the shoulders ng mga mini-me, meron ding mga mini-mini-me.
wala naman. You can see like mga mini-me lang on the big on the big creature. So you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, there are around 5 mini creatures that are perching on the lily pad. 2 of them are perched on the shoulders of this creature, and you could now hear the creature speak to you. And she says, "Ah, an errant knight from the summer court? Yeah. Well, unfortunately, your mission cannot be carried out. Zybilna is not necessary cannot necessarily be reached right now, but you will, and you see her big bulging eyes peer at you, parang sort of sizing you up, and she says, but you will make a very good example of a taxidermied fairy dragon. I don't have one of those in my collection yet, eh? And you hear her cackle, and you hear her say, "Okay, okay, return him to where he was. I will deal with him presently. Go, go." And you hear Sir Talavar start to protest, but unfortunately, he's still. You feel yourself still gagged, and the blindfold is returned over your eyes, and and again, so you feel yourself transported to wherever it was you were kept. It's sort of, well, unfortunately it's not flooded, but it is damp, and it feels like days in the darkness, when suddenly you hear commotion coming out from beyond where you are kept. You hear what you think is the sudden opening of a door, and you feel that your blindfold is suddenly removed, and so with the gag. And you see one of the bullywugs say, and you see one of the bullywugs removing your. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, naririnig na ba ako?
Nag-e-echo.
Ay, nag-echo ba? Sorry.
Hindi ko alam kung kung bakit, pero yes, medyo e-echo.
Okay, sorry. Darn it. Mic test 1, 2. Nag-echo
Better,
rin
I
ba para
guess.
sa iba?
Okay lang sa akin.
Sa akin okay lang din.
Okay. Okay, sige. Okay. So suddenly, you, kasi nasa POV kayo ni Sir Talawar, you see one of the bullywugs removing the bindings from your hands and feet, and he and hurriedly says, "Sir Talawar, right? Let's get you out of here. Come on, come on." And you feel yourself surprised, and you hear Sir Talawar say, "Huh, who are you? What are you doing?" And you hear, and the one who rescued you says, "I am." Please be quiet. I'll explain as we go. And you wait. Let me just. And the person who freed you introduces herself as Morgort. It says, "Quiet. Let's get out of here right away. I'm Morgort. Me and my friend Wigglewog will are helping you escape. Come on, come on." And you see yourself following Morgort out of this what seems to be a hut where prisoners are kept, and you see yourselves run basically past the now empty gazebo, and you see Morgort. Basically, Morgort is running in front of you, and you see that there's another bullywug inside of the what seems to be a big balloon, and you see that one of the bullywugs is in there that's removing the strings that are being held, that are holding the balloon on the ground. And you hear that balloon shout out, you hear that bullywug, sorry, shout out, "Morgoth, come on, someone raised the alarm, we need to go." And you see Morgoth look behind you, and you hear that there are several bullywugs raising the alarm and saying, "Halt! Prisoner is escaping. Morgoth is helping them. What? Come, come. We need to get them." So Morgoth looks at you and says, "There's no time. I will delay them. Please go to Wigglewog and escape. Please tell the Queen of the Summer Court that happened here, and please have them send help. Please." And you feel yourself being pushed towards the balloon, and you hear Morgoth sort of holding back the guards that have been that are chasing you, unknowns to you. So you see yourself boarding the balloon, and as you board, you see that Wigglewog has finally taken control of the balloon, and slowly but surely you guys are now sailing off, and going up and sailing off to the horizon, basically away from downfall and the bullywugs. You could see, as you peer from the basket, that the the other bullywug guards have seemed to overpowered Morgoth, who is now being led off towards kumbaga, the jail, and that the others are just looking at you and cursing and trying to give chase. But um unfortunately, the other balloon has been sort of destroyed, and you could see that there is one of the buildings near the balloon that was destroyed is now on fire. So there's that, and there's the problem of the fire, which is seems to be waking all the bullywugs up. And so And as that's happening, you could hear Sir Talavar behind you, continuing to narrate, saying, "Thanks to the bravery of that Bullywug, me and Sir Wigglewug was able to escape. I thought that I was finally able to escape this poisoned land and report to my queen of what was happening in Prismere, but that was not to be. Suddenly, there was this turbulence that we encountered. Sir Wigglewug said that do not worry, that they will be able to maneuver out of it, but it seemed that this turbulence had a mind of its own, and you could see around you that there seems to be you guys are suddenly now in the middle of what seems to be a tornado. So your surroundings are being violently shaken. You're being thrown about inside the basket, basically. And sometimes akala niyo mahuhulog na kayo, but you see that Wigglewug several times was able to haul you back in the basket, and you could also feel like you're gasping for air, because what's happening is you guys are smack dab in the middle of a tornado, and all the air is sort of being whirled around you, and it is very, very hard to breathe now. So hard to breathe, in fact, that please make me a constitution save, as the air, you could now sort of literally, it's now really, really hard to breathe as all this is happening around you.
Lahat kami.
Yes, lahat kayo.
What save?
Yes, con save.
I'm rolling so good tonight.
Okay, the DC was 10. So, Aidan, Kit, and Shane, you you find that you were starting to find it hard to breathe, but you're sort of able to parang shake yourself, and you suddenly um parang you start breathing normally again. Roa, you are so you are so engrossed in this flashback that you now suddenly find yourself hard to breathe.
Okay.
And behind you guys, you could also hear Sir Talavar gasping for air. And it was
I
hard to
take that.
breathe. And and but despite him being hard to breathe, he's still trying to continue his story, and that's this seemed to be uh, an air elemental. And sure enough, you see that the balloon was able to maneuver away from this tornado, but this tornado suddenly formed into a very amorphous shape, an evil amorphous shape, which suddenly has eyes, and suddenly again lunged towards the basket. And your POV is now one of chaos. You see that the air and the air around you is now in basically chaos. You see your POV. It seems that the basket is now tumbling, and you guys are almost hurled several times out of the basket. And basically, your POV is and you suddenly see that the ground is spinning right. Basically, you guys are spinning towards the ground, and out of the corner of your eye, you could see that you guys are spinning towards the a very slanty tower. And Aidan, Kit, and Shane, could you guys roll me an insight check? Roa, unfortunately, you're unable to roll this because you're
Everyone.
quite you're quite gasping for air. And Aidan, Kit, and Shane, you could hear Roa gasping for air along with Sir Talavar. Kit, you have no idea what's going on. You're not sure why Sir Talavar and Shane is gasping. Sorry, you have no idea why Sir Talavar and are gasping for air, although nothing is really happening to them. Shane, you you seem to notice that even well, Shane and Aiden, you notice that this recollection is so vivid that you seem that it's also almost happening to you guys, since you are also in the point of view of Sir Talavar. But you're able to parang shake yourself. You are able almost parang you guys were able to parang shake yourselves and say, "Ah, no, this is not real. We're just in his shoes. We're just in Sir Talavar's shoes." And Aiden, but you're not Shane. You're not exactly sure how to get out of this because you're still in you're still in Sir Talavar's recollections. Aiden, you sort of realize what's happening, and you realize that you are in Sir Talavar's memories, but the weird this weird Fae the weirdness of Fae and its surroundings is making him relive the mo the la- the moments before he crashed, and it's taking all of you and it's taking all of you along with the ride. And you realize that the only way to make Sir Talavar snap out of it is, well, snap him out of it.
I will do just that. I will move to I will go to Sir Talabar and I will just shake him like, hey, stop what you're doing.
Ah, so you you take parang you in fairness, kaya naman ng hands mo up to your forearms to grasp this tiny fairy dragon's shoulders and shake him. How hard are you shaking him?
Like seeing that Roa is having a hard time to breathe, like really shaking him, like snap out of it.
Snap
Can't you
out of
see
it.
what
Okay.
you're doing to us?
Okay. So, and so as soon as you say that, you're shaking him quite roughly, and you did say, snap out of it. Do you know what you're doing to us? And he suddenly, and as soon as you say that, sort of, huh? Huh? He sort of snaps out of it. And seeing what's happening around him, sort of, and he shakes himself like a dog. Ah, what's happening? What's happening? And he sort of blinks. And the minute he blinks, you see that your surroundings suddenly um burn up. Diba you know that when paper burns up, it moves very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that your surroundings burn up like paper, and basically your surroundings burn and curl up in flames around you. It dissolves around you, and suddenly you're back in the mud.
Did I take damage?
No, you did not. Rowan, no, you did not take damage. You just and the moment that the surroundings revert back to the muck of Hither, you can breathe well again.
Okay, I just start crying.
Ah,
Say, seriously, dude, that story of yours was just too vivid for our comfort.
ah, ah. Sir Talavar sees you crying, Roa, and you see him shake his scaly head and says, "Ah, ah, I apologize, young lady. I, I do, I do, I do tend to get carried away with my stories." And he looks around. It seems that this is a pocket of the Fae that sort of amplifies that, and I truly apologize. I did not mean to. Are you okay? Are you all right?
I want to drown you in the muck now.
Ah, please. I am truly sorry. I am truly sorry. He's Sir Talamar is very apologetic towards Euroa. And as that happens, you suddenly hear a voice behind you guys that says, "Well, well, that is a very engrossing story that you have told us, but I'm afraid, Sir Talivar, that I need to return you to our mistress now,
Yep.
please." And behind you guys is a rather big boa constrictor. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
Yeah, fight.
Okay.
What?
Where are you? Sorry. Please.
Uh, Tokens.
Oh yeah. He sold. Darn it.
Like,
Uh, 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 uh.
yeah.
You guys are here. Oh, come on, man.
I just put my
Sorry,
own
sorry,
token.
sorry.
Pwede pala
You
kunin
guys
yung
are
failing token.
lol. Ah, 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 ah. You guys are here in this patch of in that patch. So please, there. I will drag. Where are your tokens?
Artificer 2.
Wait, let me look. Wait, what's that? Oh, no, 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 no. Not that. Ah, 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 ah. There's you. Where is that thing? Sorry. Can you guys move your tokens ba?
Yep.
Please let me know. Okay. Where the heck is that?
Oh.
There it is. He is here. Hi, hi.
Dude.
It is a giant boa constrictor that has sneaked up behind you while you are all. Oh goodness me.
Tapos roll initiative, no?
Yes, sir. Wait, where is the initiative?
Can't we
Wait,
talk about this?
Initiative.
Does it look like it's been like it's well fed? Like maybe it has followed an elephant or something.
I don't think it has been fed.
No, no.
There it is. Okay, roll initiative. Nakita niyo na yung ano?
Turn order.
Okay.
Wait.
Ako. Click mo yung, i-click mo yung, click mo yung token mo, Kit. I'll change it to 12 kasi yun naman yung unang na-roll mo. So 12. Okay, let me roll for this snake. Giant snake rather. What's it? It rolled a 6. So on top of the round is Roa. Roa, you see this giant constrictor snake slither up behind you guys and say, "Yeah, what you doing?"
I'm still crying.
Yes, you are
Oh,
still crying. Sniff, sniff.
with tears in her eyes. Oh, she just says, I don't really want to deal with you right now. And then she cast. What do I cast? Look. Ish. Can I cast Fairy Fire? I cast Fairy Fire.
Okie
Wait,
dokie.
Fairy Fire ba?
Walang that doesn't ano naman,
Concentrate.
diba?
Feeling ko mataas ang dex nito. Anyway, malay natin. I cast Fairy Fire.
Fairy fire. Ooh, dex save. Okay. What is the spell save? D14? Okay.
Please roll low.
Dex save. Okay. Unfortunately, this giant this object na 20 feet cube shoot them like unfortunately this giant constrictor snake is able to avoid the fairy fire and says, "Sorry, Missy. I I I don't really care for weeping humans. So if you'd let me just take that thing." And he sort of he points his snout at the cage, and I'll just be on my merry way. Okay?
Nasaan yung cage?
Nasa likod nyo.
Nasa likod namin.
Oo.
Can Roa move here? Ilang
Wait,
movement per square? 5?
It's 5. Pero if you are you flying? Because if you're moving in muck, um it's difficult terrain. If you're
Uh,
moving in the water.
yeah, I'm moving in the water. I'm not flying. I'll just
Okay.
move. So 10. Tama?
Yes. Yes.
I'll just move here. 20.
Okay.
That's it. That's my turn.
Asan ulit yung cage?
Ilagay ko si ano. Ilagay ko si Sir Talavar na lang. Talavar. He
Wait, I
is
move one more.
here.
Here. That's
Here,
3.
here, here. Yan. He there. Okay, that ends your turn. It's now Shane's turn.
Hmm. Shane just... What would he do? He just says, "What do you want with Sir Talavar?"
Oh, the snake will reply to you. Orders are orders. the mistress wants me to return the fairy dragon because he escaped. Hmm?
Well, he
Technically, he hasn't escaped just yet.
yeah. So Shane looks so confused.
Sir,
Like he's still in the cage.
Sir, Sir Talabar looks at you and says, "Eh? What?" You see, you see the snake sort of. You see, di ba usually snakes are leaning towards you, and you see the snake go. You see the snake rear up, and 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 you see him turn. You see him parang tip his head,
Yeah.
and he thinks, uh, uh,
Like Shane says, you said you need to bring him back because he escaped, but he hasn't escaped. So that means you don't have to bring him back, right?
And the tower is destroyed, so if you can't bring him back to the tower. Exactly.
uh, the snake legit
I mean, that's their order.
tips
You have
his.
to follow the orders, right?
I'm going to roll something for the snake. What check is this? Sandali ah.
Luck check.
Potek.
Maybe you need to check back with the mistress, just to be safe. Check with her if you need to really bring him back, if he's still in the
Or
cage.
we could help you bring him back to the ruins of the tower. That's fine with us. If that's your orders. Right,
I mean,
guys?
it's
Like,
always
Shane,
good to be.
Can you make me Shane, since it's still your turn, can you make me persuasion check with advantage because Aidan is sort of helping you out here with your reasoning.
Okay, this is. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgotten that. Okay, okay. By the way, he's not like being like trying to be like coy about it. Like he literally like parsed the order, and the order says because he escaped. So Shane is confused. Na parang I wouldn't bring him back kasi he's not escaped. Maybe you need to check with your ano. Kasi it's best to be clear about orders. Kasi he
Yun nga,
has
so make me
sige, pero kasi
that is correct. Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
okay, let's see. Oh my gosh.
It's not
Okay.
bad. It's actually not bad.
I'm going to make sige. Dali ah. The snake realized, let me make an intelligence. Make me make an intelligence roll with the snake. It's rolling right. Oh, tek niyan.
come on, Snake.
Okay. You see the snake. Yun nga, he rears his head up and he sort of, you see him blink several times. And and Shane, when you press your case, and yun nga, he hasn't technically escaped. He's still in his cage. And yun nga, maybe you need to check with your master, with the order. You see him blink again. And yung meme na yung calculations sa background.
Much
Parang
later.
you could sort of see him doing that. And uh, um kasi yung parang sort of, and you see him sort of now turning around. And since we are still in order, and is that Kit, Kit, it's now your turn. You see that this snake has now paused. Parang nakatinigan niya yung sarili niya and is now thinking. And you could see, and you could all hear him mumbling. Yeah,
Poor
it's not
guy.
like that. But 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 the mistress says, huh? But and yun. So Kit, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I,
Kit.
Kit will watch the boa constrictor confuse itself. Um, but oh no,
Okay, so so you're just going to watch, not ready anything or do anything.
he can I just ready guiding bolt
Yeah, you will what no ready a guiding bolt once when
when the boa constrictor decides to attack.
okay. Okay, so you ready your guiding bolt once the boa constrictor decides to attack. Okay. Um. Okay. And next it is Aidan's turn. You could see that the snake is seriously questioning its life choices.
I will just I'd just continue to pile on to what Shane is saying. Like I will just like go over to the kitchen, like show, like casually mention like, look at this lock. It's not even broken. It's still locked. Can't even open the cage.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay, that's your action.
Yep.
Okay. So amazing. Okay, it's now the snake's turn. Aidan, since you also showed the snake that the lock is still there, it sort of looks at it and parang you could it's now his turn. You could now see the snake sort of parang not twisted. Parang go around itself. Parang in a circle. And you could hear it mumbling, but they're right. It hasn't really escaped. It's still in its cage. The lock is even there. But the mistress told me it escaped, so I need to bring it. Uh, uh, uh. Okay. Uh, you see it sort of come into a decision and say, okay, I can see that he hasn't really escaped, but he's not in downfall, but he, uh, you, he looks at the four of you. Stay here, okay? I will sliver back to my mistress, and and what's that word?
Confirm.
Get back to you.
Yes, that's the word. Confirm. I will confirm with her the orders. But you stay here and you guard that cage, okay? Or else I will swallow all of you. Okay?
Consider us stayed and guarding.
Okay. I will be back. I will eat all of you. Stay here. And you could see. Ah! And you could see the snake start to slither off. Slither off and away towards where it's from. And amazingly, we are out of initiative.
Yeah.
Does it really stay here?
Sir Talibar, how far is downfall from here?
Sir Sir Talavar sort of could not speak for a while, and asks you, Aiden, did he points to the boa that's now that's really now going away. Did that really just happen? Truly just happened. Um, I
Yeah, my little brother's not may not look like it, but he's really good at sweet talking people into doing things.
uh, by the way, by the way, Chris, take one inspiration for that very convincing argument
Yay!
in Swift. Um, Sir Talavar, you see Sir Talavar blink again and say, "Oh, okay, um, well, I I am not sure about the layout of this place now, but it did take us a while before we reached this tower from that place. Do you mean where the downfall, where those bullywugs are?"
Shane is like flinching, expecting na magkakaroon ulit ng parang light show. With Sir Taliver trying to recall something.
Mm. Well, I'm just trying to guess how much time we have before that giant snake comes back and tries to eat us alive. If there's a chance we can hide you somewhere.
Maybe we just
Well,
like move away from where the snake was heading. Opposite direction, I mean.
Yeah, pretty much.
true. And to be honest with you, I was not paying attention when we were flying away from that place. I apologize. I could not say. Perhaps more than a day, more than a day and a half, something like that.
Uh, I guess we better start pushing and
Pero
pray that the snake doesn't find us.
that's like based on the limited time that Shane has been in this realm. Can he, kasi he has keen mind, so it gives him a strong
Mm-hmm.
sense of direction in the material realm. So parang does that help him here kind of to figure out a direction that's moving away from the snake, but also to guess. Kasi do they want to come back to like hither ba?
Sorry, what was the exact question that Shane wants to know? Or
Like does his keen mind help in figuring out the direction? Kung saan sila dapat pupunta?
Yeah, before kami
not
nag-head towards the tower.
okay. Because you don't know exactly where downfall is right now. Kung nasan yung mga bullywugs. Your keen mind and your keen sense of direction doesn't exactly help you. You could only sort of figure out roughly how far you are from that broken bridge that you climbed down from. So basically ang alam mo pa lang is kung saan pa lang kayo nanggaling.
Okay, is that in the same direction kung saan nagpunta yung snake, or is it
So
or
yung kung saan pumunta yung snake.
kasi
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I get it. Well, based on your calculations, or based on the general lay of the land that you have so far, hold up. No, the snake is going the opposite direction of where you guys were from. Were from. Sorry. Where you guys came from. Blah blah.
okay. Where are we trying to go again? I mean, this is the me talking, hindi si Shane. he would remember. Kinmind siya eh.
Um, Sir Talabar did say that. Well, now Sir Talabar says, "Well, I know that this cage is very heavy, and it is it is very heavy, and I am unfortunately a very I know that I am a very hard cargo to have right now, but if you are able to locate the key of this cage, would I would be out of your hair, and I would be able to go to my queen and get help for you. How is that?"
Yeah. How about we hide Sir Talibar somewhere, stash him somewhere, and then try to see if we could track down that goblin who took the key.
Yes, yes, yes. That would be helpful. He looks around and ah, he sort of sighs resignedly and says, "I I would not be the first one to suggest it, but if you could, I guess you could hide me in the ruins of the tower." And he sort of points towards the ruins of the tower. Hey, I don't. Well, it is ruined. I don't. If you hide me well enough, that snake could not find me. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
How did he find us anyway?
Good question. I
Yeah,
believe
and
perhaps he
it
was
was here.
tracking me.
It was here so fast.
That may be well and true, but he sort of thinks snakes can aren't snakes fast in water?
Or maybe he's on standby somewhere near, and then he just received an order. Then he responded. Why are we worrying about this right now?
Okay,
Make me
so
make me a perception check, all of you.
Pabalik na siya, guys.
no.
18.
Ooh, Kit. Roa and Shane, you sort of you go quiet and you try to and you try to see as far as your eyes could see if you could sense a giant boa constrictor anywhere abouts. You don't you don't see or hear anything. You don't think that boa constrictor is anywhere near here, and yeah.
How about me and Shane push Sir Talibar back to the ruins and try to hide him there, and maybe it and Roa could create like some fake tracks heading
You,
away from where the boa constrictor went.
you, you will push the cage.
Like we
How about
can
you move the trap?
put it on some pieces of that broken boat, the plank, so it would kind of float
Mm-hmm.
along the marsh, papunta dun sa ruins.
Yeah, you can do that. You do see indeed that near you there are partially sunk pieces of a broken boat. So guys, what are you doing?
Uh, so Roa, do you want to push the cage instead?
I mean, am I not stronger than you?
Well, you are. I could work on making the fake tracks.
I
leading
think
away from.
You're better at doing the fake tracks. Wait, what's my I have like one survival, so I
I
might
have like one survival as well.
pareho lang tayo.
okay.
Yeah.
Sige.
Okay.
Okay, so who is pushing Sir Talavar cage towards the ruins to hide him, and who is making the fake tracks?
Kit, what do you wanna do?
Make fake tracks.
Okay.
Okay. Sure, I'll push the cage with
Okay, so Shane, what are you doing?
Yeah, he will push the cage with Roa.
Okay. Um, okay, Shane and Roa, please make me a strength check just to see for how long um you two will be able to push the cage all the way to back to the tower. It is about around 50 to 60 feet where you landed from. And Aidan and Kit, please roll me survival checks to see how well you make those fake tracks.
Oh
wait,
no.
strength
Oh
check.
no.
Strength check
Oh
for
yeah.
Shane and Croa. Survival checks for Aidan and Kit.
Wait lang.
Ah, ara, ara.
Lalo.
Bardic. Who are who
Hindi ko
you gonna
maalala.
Bardic?
Pwede ba sa check ang ano? Ay, hindi. Hindi siya pwede sa strength check. Hindi, no?
Save
Yeah.
yeah. Add the
Pwede.
number to one ability check. Strength
Pwede.
check. Pwede.
Pwede,
Sige.
pwede.
Pwede.
Inspire Shane. I'll just tell you. Shane. Shane, remember. We'll reach for the stars. Everything is now ours. And then I cast Bardic Inspiration on him.
Okay.
If he wants to use it. Wait, I will roll now. Now I will roll my strength check.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wow.
Wow.
I hit my roll tonight.
Well, it lasts for 10 minutes, no? So yeah, he will, he will use it.
1d6.
Okay.
1d6. 6. So that, baba naman. That becomes 13.
13.
Alat.
13. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Roa and Shane, you you were able to you between the two of you, you were able to push the cage slowly but surely all the way back to the all the way back to the ruins of the tower. Um Sir Talavar Sir Talavar is giving you Sir Talavar all the way is giving you encouragement, tips like Sir Shane, please roll with your knees, not with your back. Miss Roa, please please bury your toes in the mud more so you can push more efficiently. Basically, he's trying to be helpful to you guys, but
It's just annoying.
yeah, it's probably annoying the both of you. And it slowly but surely you're able to, but longer than you wish.
Yeah.
You're able to
While that's happening,
mhm.
well, like, how long does it take us to get there?
Okay, 60. This is around 50 to 60 feet in let's say it takes you around 30 minutes to roll the dang thing.
Okay, so
30 minutes.
while that's happening, Shane is like, Roa, do you know Kodiak bears? They're like really big bears. Like when they're dry, they look like fluffy, cute stuffed animals, but they're very deadly. But they're very good swimmers because they're really, really big and massive. And do you think if you didn't know that you lost something, is it fine if you didn't get it back?
What was the last part? If I what?
Just thinking, it's say you lost something, but you didn't know you lost it. or you
Well, oh, are you ask okay, if I lost something that I didn't know I lost, what
like
was the
you
question?
like you didn't even know you had that in the first place.
Okay.
Like, is it
Is it what?
because Teka, wait. Sinabi ba natin to each other what are the things we lost?
I
Not
don't
yet.
remember.
I don't think so yet.
Okay, so this is where Shane says. So Shane says, I lost all memory of my older brother. Not Aidan, of course. He's there, but my brother who Aidan tells me died because I don't remember that either. Like I seem to have lost all memory of him, but going here is supposed to like bring back those memories, but I don't. I'm not actually sure I want that or not because
Well, you don't, so are you saying you don't feel sad about losing the memories of your brother? Is that what you're saying? And you don't necessarily want to have it back?
I don't really know because I don't remember anything. I don't not sure how I feel about it. Like I'm
Mm.
fine right now. I have a brother. I'm helping him. Actually, he lost something too, so he kind of catches himself, no, before like revealing something. Parang kind of uh he kind of lost something too. Not sure for you and Kit, but this is I wanna like help him, but I'm not sure, if it's like what if those are bad memories.
Did did Eden say what kind of memories they are? Was he there with you, with your brother before, or did you meet Aiden after you lost your brother?
He was we were friends. He says we were friends, and he's familiar with what was his name. He said his name was Stanley. Stan,
Stanley?
yeah.
Stanley? Okay.
But that's all I got that from Aidan, and like of course he wouldn't say. I don't think he would say bad things about my brother or something. I don't know, but just thinking, he's just thinking out loud. Like maybe if it comes to it, whether or not I
Well,
would actually want it back.
well, hmm. Well, on the one hand, I think that it would be nice if you could remember your brother. And I'm sure there are good memories about him, especially if Aiden thinks that he's good. On the other hand, it's really up to you. If you don't want to get your memories back, I mean, no one should force you to, because in the end, it's your memories, it's your decision. You will have to live with them for the rest of your life. So ultimately, the choice should be if you want to get them back or not. You have to decide for yourself if you want them back or not before you do anything. Before we continue with this thing that we're doing, you have to be sure that you want to get something back. Because if you don't, then what you're doing right now is just, I don't know, meaningless.
Well, I'm doing it for Aidan, and yeah, for you too, and Kit, if you're to help you. We've been good friends. Not a lot of people
We've
know
only
that.
known each other for like 2 days.
Well, that's true, but
It, yeah, I
you
don't,
don't.
I don't know. I don't think we can qualify ourselves as friends. But I am getting fond of you and your quirky friend. And I think we can be friends in the long run if we survive long enough here in the Feywild,
That's fair.
right?
Like
So
other.
how about let's try that, okay? Let's try to while we're here, let's try to get to know more about each other and maybe we can be friends. Okay. And I'll also help you to be friends with Kit if you want. He can be a bit hard to approach sometimes, but he has a good heart. and he takes care of me in his own way. Yeah. So yeah, you'll have two new friends, and if you decide on it later, your memories, you can have it back. So, what do you say?
Okay, I'm gonna need help though. I'm not very good at making friends.
Sure. I make friends very easily, so I can help you with that.
Okay,
All right. Okay, continue pushing. Are we there yet?
So
like what is
after that heart to heart, you hear Sir Talavar from sniffing and tells you what a what a touching and heartfelt conversation you two have. Well, I remember the time that me and my friend, and starts to he starts to babble again about his friend, and
is
out of the
there
corner
like
of
is
your
there mist forming again? No.
out of the corner of your eye, the you suddenly see the air shimmering around you again.
And if you don't shut up, I will punch you
We shake the
Ah,
cage.
with my negative one strength.
no, my apologies, Memro. No need for violence, and you suddenly see the air stop shimmering around you. I will keep quiet.
I approve violence.
Okay. And by the time that ends, you guys are able to push him towards the ruins of the tower, and you're able to sort of. How are you hiding him? Are you parang hiding him by covering him with some debris?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So as you're doing that, Aidan and Kit, you're able to make some very decent looking fake tracks, as Aidan is making small talk, trying to make small talk with Kit about mostly things about Roa, and Kit mostly answering things about Roa with complaints. But you guys are able to finish early, and you decide to join Kit, as you decide to join Roa and Shane as they're finishing up board, basically hiding Sir Talavar in the ruins.
Well, I think Kit and I did a pretty good job at making like fake tracks. I hope that the snake dude just doesn't look too hard for the Talibar over here, and he just goes to the direction that we're trying to lead him.
Try not
Yes,
to
you hear Sir Talavar from behind the debris, but you hid him under and behind. I will do my best to keep quiet, but please promise me that you will return with the key. I promise to return to my queen and convince her to
Um,
send reinforcements.
we'll promise to return, but we won't promise to return with the key. We may return with the key. Is it the key that we're looking for? We don't know.
Yes, a key for this cage. I believe it's silver. And
Can you describe what the goblin looks like?
the
And what the
goblin,
key looks like. Yeah.
well, the goblin looks small, and he sort of about my about my height, actually. When the goblin moves, well, it sounded like a female voice, um and it usually referred to herself in the third person, and I believe the name that she said is what was that name again? Ah, Jingle Jangle, because he because when she was near the base of the tower, I could hear her tell herself, ah uh, Jingle Jangle. Let's see if there are any keys here in the tower um now. And when she walked, she Well, she jingled and jangled. I could hear the jangle of several things, but I wasn't able to exactly see why that goblin jangled. But she did announce her name was Jingle Jangle and tended to talk to herself in the third person.
Okay, but
Sure. And he describes to you guys what the key looks like. Which looks like basically looks like uh
It's a little silver key.
yes. And well, when she walked away, I could well, I tried to catch her attention, but I believe I scared her off. And based on the sound of all that jingling jangling, and she is very noisy, um maybe I believe she went and Sir Talavar closed. You could see that Sir Talavar close his eyes and try to figure out the direction of where the jangling went. I believe she went around the west of here. And you could see her. You could see him close his eyes, extend his arm up, and point it towards the west.
with
At
Is
least
it the
with Chinsky in mind, can you check kung west talaga yung tinutugon ni ano?
yes, you could check with your keen mind.
Tiwala.
It does seem that the dragon is pointing west.
I guess we have our heading.
Oh,
Okay.
bakit dark? Sorry.
Pero we first have to look for the key, right? And so the goblin is not in the tower when it collapsed.
Oh no. She was she was she has she got the wait sorry. She got that. Sir Talavar tells you that this goblin got the key from the crash site days before the crash happened. So she was not there when the tower collapsed.
Yeah, based from what Sir Talibar said, this goblin seems to like jingly jangly things. Maybe we could offer it a trade for something else if we have something that it hasn't seen before. Maybe.
Oh, perhaps Sir Talavar said encouraging. It doesn't. She sounded a curious sort of goblin. Perhaps that might sway her. All right. So are you guys setting off towards the west? Journey to the west.
Journey to the west. Begin.
Journey to the West, indeed.
Yep.
It is.
Let's go.
Okay. So you guys say your goodbyes to Sir Talavar. He says, "Godspeed to you, sirs and madams, and I wish you good fortune with the key."
I give him a portion of my rations. I told him that here, so in case you get hungry.
And then we make sure to position the cage na pa meron siyang pagpuno ng water.
Water. Although it's swamp water.
Or like maybe pag we put it situated near yung fallen balloon para the balloon can serve like a I don't know funnel for rainwater or something para he can
Yeah, okay. You see that Sir Talavar is very, very touched that um that Aidan that you gave him some of your rations and you all made sure that some part of the balloon has parang can funnel into his cage so that he can have fresh at least fresh rainwater when it does rain. You see that he's very, very touched. And
Uh,
he also says that, ah, ah, such kindness. May the blessings also of the summer, may the blessings of Her Majesty Queen Titania also bless your path. I will await here with eagerness to return with the key. And keep safe, please. And yeah, you leave him there and you go journey to the west. I will roll something.
Oh no, it's this a snake.
What the heck?
I mean,
You It is, well, you are still going through water. Mud water, and it is still high, unfortunately, Kit. So if you guys decide to if you guys decide to walk, it is difficult terrain. Um
Yeah, there's no other way.
yeah, there's no other way. Unfortunately, um now that you saw a boat, you're looking around in hopes of, maybe there's a stray maybe there's a an empty boat that we could use. But unfortunately, like the ruins of the boat that you saw, um you could see only splinters of wood, and other ruined boats that are have sunk in the mud. So you guys go for around, unfortunately, for around it, Shane, with your keen mind, and since
Uh,
you've been here. Sorry, go ahead.
DM question:
Yes.
can we like gather like floating logs and possibly tie them together?
Yeah,
We
sure.
do
Raft?
have rope.
Make a raft.
Yes, you do.
We could
Yes, you
make a
do. You guys do have rope.
Oh, we
Are
have an
you
artificer.
are you guys trying to make a makeshift raft? Parang ganon?
mm, if
Okay,
possible.
yeah. Sure.
Who has the highest survival skill? Who's
Um,
pretty good at tying rope?
well, you could, since I'll have, let's do this na lang. Average. You can all roll me a survival check, and let's average it. Kasi you all,
Survive.
Um,
it's simple enough. You could all tie rope together to make a raft. Pero let's roll survival just to see how
okay, can
how sturdy it will
for this
be.
can like Shane kind of says a little prayer touching his holy symbol of yung of Ogma, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi meron siyang channel divinity knowledge of the ages. For 10 minutes he can choose to be proficient with a specific skill or tool.
Oh, okay.
Para maging proficient siya with survival, specifically how to make rafts. Literal na
Sige,
survival
sige. Go, go, go. Roll that. Amazing. That's amazing, ano.
Okay.
Whoa!
Clutch. Bumabawi yung dice last session natin. Pangit ng mga rolls ko.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Dirty 20.
Wow, okay. Kit, roll ka. Ayun. Wow, okay. Those are amazing rolls. With those kinds of rolls, and with Ogma's light shining down on you, Shane, you guys are able to find you guys are able to find sturdy logs. And yung sturdy logs and gawa tayo ng sailboat. I'm going to say that you guys are able to find logs and planks that are sturdy enough and wide enough so that you could tie all of them and kaya yung weight nyong apat.
Nice.
And with those kinds, and Aiden with that crit, I'm going to say that you had the foresight, hindsight pala, or foresight or hindsight, I forgot what word to use, that you were able, di ba you made, we can be dry and clean. Di ba you guys create, parang you guys manipulated part of the felled balloon so that Sir Talabar can channel some of the rainwater that will be dripping down from it. You had
Mm-hmm.
the foresight or hindsight to take, parang cut out some part of that cloth, because well, maybe you could use it for some future use. Here's the future use. If you're
Cheers.
so you're along with that nice roll, with that perfect roll, you're able to rig up some sort of sail so that it well, every bit helps, and you could catch some of the wind from that from you could feel like a brisk breeze of um blowing in every now and then. And so yeah, you guys are able to rig a raft with a sail. Congratulations. Amazing. Throw up presties everyone. So now that yeah, you guys make a makeshift raft with a sail, you guys climb on board, you find out with glee that it is able to support your weight. Row up presties everyone. You are all you are all clean again. And you are and with that and Shane, with the help of Ogma, you're even able to find stick, certainly make your travel easier. And yung niroll ko kanina actually, if you were sailing BGM. Yes.
He plays better than me.
Okay, so yeah. So instead of that, because I rolled a D10, if you guys were if you guys were walking, it would have taken you around, since Shane now has sort of a grasp of of his surroundings and sort of grasp of the time in this place in the Feywild. It would have taken you at least 6 hours to get to your next location. But now, since you were able to rig up a sailing boat, basically, um, it halves. So after 3 hours of going through the feature touring water deep, but underwater. Um, After the third hour of you guys sailing, you in which it's basically 3 hours of featureless the featureless landscape of basically bog. um all around you, you again see a lot of the same wells, which again spout out. Yes, I will say you get a short rest. So you guys as you sail, technically you are sailing now, huh? As you guys sail, you see like the same well spouting out muddy water. You see several ruined houses with nothing inside them. And it's just that for 3 hours, until by the end of the third hour you see a hill that's taller than the others. And it's a hill that almost looks like a mountain, but it's not that tall enough. But it is now the tallest thing in miles that you could see. And you can see that it is filled with trees. It is a very tree laden hill. And you could see that it's not exactly still. And after a minute of two of looking at it, you can see that the hill is actually moving. It's not moving fast, but it's moving a bit away from you guys. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, with you guys looking at the moving hill. Ha!
Yay.
Walang gazebo on top
Yay.
of the hill.
Hmm? What?
Walang gazebo on top of the hill.
Unfortunately, well, wala. No gazebo on top of the hill, unfortunately. Ayun, guys. Thank you so much for playing.
Karen.
Yay,
Ang
thank
haba.
you.
I'm sorry na medyo ang haba nung cutscene.
Pag
Ah, but
Taliban
but you found someone. Kit, it looks like you found, you know,
ancestor.
you might have found your mother. Maybe.
Mama,
Mama.
I
Mama.
shall call her.
Bukas.
Ayun,
Ano ba
thank you guys for playing.
Thank you,
Wala
Karen.